Hi, friends. Today we are going to talk about sangha. Um, January 17th, sangha. Sangha is mainly a Buddhist term, but it's used in yoga as well. Sangha is a group. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. In yoga, we utilize a satsang. Satsang is the same as sangha, but the sangha in the Buddhist thought is the three treasures, Sangha, the Dharma, and the Buddha, or the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Um, and so it's a very important aspect of Buddhist thought, but it's also important in yogic tradition. But here's the reading. A group of people practicing yoga or working on themselves for self-realization is called a Sangha. Sangha is an important tool for spiritual development. Sangha is a community of like-minded people that support and encourage each other in a place where we can test our growth. And that's an important part. In our mind, we might think, our spirituality is really good, and we see things in that light, or we see our self is the other way. We're not doing anything when we actually are. By taking our spiritual growth into sangha or our home group or a group of people and voicing it out loud, then we get to see our perceptions as if they are, and we can help get help by the other members of validating what we think in our mind. Addiction in whatever form brings us isolation. The fellowship draws us out of despair of our secret lives into openness and love that is primary in the rooms of recovery. The fellowship is the light in the darkness of the disease and what draws people into recovery. But how can the group continue as we with the disease are self-centered and, as stated, isolationist? So I just added that this morning, so I didn't get it edited, so that was a little rough. But at any rate, we by nature are self-centered and isolationist. How can a group like this stay together? And that was the great concern of Bill Wilson when he developed the steps and then the traditions. 12-step recovery began with Dr. Bob and Bill W. in 1935. The men found that by working together, they were able to beat what was at the time seen as an incurable disease of alcoholism. AA programs stem from the Oxford group, which felt that the disease needed to have a spiritual solution. Since that time, the other needed identification for the type of addiction. Groups like Narcotics Anonymous started, also Al-Anon, Families for Alcoholics, OA for overeating, SLA for sex addicts, etc., etc. It is due to the AA's goodwill that so many groups started. Now there are over 200 different groups, all using the basic 12 steps. And so the 12 steps and 12 traditions were, made in AA, but AA's primary purpose is alcoholism. But they had, with great compassion, they saw that there was a need for the 12 steps, and the 12 steps could work for different other problems. And so they lent 12 steps and 12 traditions. They didn't try to hoard them, but they had compassion and generosity for the rest of us to utilize these steps in whichever way we want. I wrote some steps and traditions for true freedom, and I called the AA World office and asked them if I could change some of the wording to fit more of our needs. And after a couple calls and redirections and things like that, they said, ask Narcotics Anonymous if you can. And since Narcotics Anonymous was borrowing the steps from AA, I went to the source, but so I figured it was okay. So we just changed the words a little bit, slightly, utilizing more of a, um, yogic type of thought with the 12 steps. As soon as the groups began to grow, there was a need for traditions. In 1946, Bill Wilson wrote the traditions for the preservation of the group of the fellowship. Tradition 1 is the foundation of the traditions, and it begins with the importance of the group for personal recovery. We take care of the group, and the group takes care of us. Thought for today, I will honor the group as an important tool for my growth. And so group unity is essential, because if there's no group, there is no personal recovery. There's no sangha, no satsang. And so, a group can be of any size. 3 people waiting on a bus can be a group. And in that group, we can have unity in we're just having patiently waiting for a bus to come, or we have disunity, and where one person, throwing a temper tantrum and disrupting the other group's serenity while they're waiting on the bus. And so 2 people can be a group of sorts. And in my relationship with my significant other, my wife, my partner, I need to have unity first for my personal growth to continue. And so, there's times when I can be, because of moods and things like that, I can be disunifying. But the guiding light back into serenity for me in my relationship is trying to keep unity the best I can just for today. So just thought for today, I will honor the group as an important tool for my growth. And so honoring your group today, honoring your group wherever you're at, whether you're in a recovery meeting or a yoga class or waiting on a bus, waiting for Chipotle, whatever that group that you find yourself in, can you create unity today as a way of finding your own serenity? And so seeing the broader contents of the traditions, I think, is really important for me to, utilize the steps and traditions outside the rooms of whatever recovery program you're in. So I hope it's a great day for you. Last night's sangha, we all met together or more of a satsang. We all got together and sang the mantras to the gods of our understanding. It was just spectacular, a lot of energy. And if you've ever gone to a kirtan, try to go out of your way and give it a try. So that is it for today. We will talk tomorrow.